So now you've casted on your stitches, you're ready to learn how to do a knit stitch. Knit stitches are always done away from you. So I've got 10 stitches on the needle, and you insert your second needle into the yarn, into the stitch away from you. Take the long piece of yarn, pull it around the back of the needle and bring that stitch through and take it off the end of that needle so it's onto the right hand needle. Then you insert into the next stitch away from you, bring the yarn around the needle, bring that stitch underneath, take it off the left hand needle and onto the right hand needle. Insert into the next stitch away from you, bring the yarn underneath the needle, pull that stitch through, take it off the left hand needle onto the right hand needle. Next one, insert away from you, bring the yarn under the needle, bring that stitch through, take it off and onto the next one. Insert into the next stitch, bring the yarn round the needle, bring the stitch through, off and onto the next needle, and you just carry on all along the row, and that's your knit stitch. So if every row is done like this, all knit stitches, you will end up with a piece of work that's called garter stitch. Every row knit. You get to the end of your row, then you turn the work so that, because I'm right-handed, I do it this way. So to do garter stitch where every row's knit, you just do the same again. You insert into that first stitch away from you, bring the yarn round, take it off the end of the needle onto the next needle. Next stitch. Keep doing that all along the row. Insert into the next stitch, keep taking the loops onto the right hand needle, till you get to the end of the row. And you will see that you're ending up with lumpy work. And that's every row knit, and you could quite easily make a scarf like this. Just carry on every row knit. If you use nice chunky weight wool, big needles, just keep going row after row after row, and you'll soon have a scarf. So now you've knitted your scarf, or in this case I've knitted a square, and you want to cast off. So we're going to show you how to cast off. You knit your first stitch, knit ways as usual away from you onto the next needle, and then your second stitch, and then you take the first stitch and bring it over the second stitch and off the end of the needle onto the next stitch, knit that one, take the end stitch and bring it forwards over the end of the needle. Keep doing this all along the row. Keep knitting one stitch and take the back stitch over and off the needle. Do this till you get to the end of the row. Keep taking that back stitch over and off the needle. So finally, you've got the last one. Leaves you with one stitch left on your needle. Take the scissors, cut your yarn, take the needle out, and then you take your loose end, bring it through the loop, and that fastens it off. And there you have a square. And if you wanted to make a blanket, you could just make loads of squares, sew them all together.